Okay, I'm finally getting around to doing something about the abundance of tools that I have. Um, well, I've been going to auction houses, like just regularly recently. And I've been trying to find the time to actually sort everything out. Like, how can I sort all this stuff out? I mean, it just keeps on accumulating all this stuff, and I've just been putting all these things on shelves and trying to make this happen. So, oh, that pull saw, I'm gonna have to list that at some stage. But anyways, the reason why I'm saying this is because check out how conscientious I am. I've been wondering, where am I going to get the time to actually do the things. I've got a whole bunch of military and all sorts of things that'll all go to Australia, I guess. And so it turns out that, disseminating the beauty of Japanese culture around the world is what I do. And to prove that I'm really into this, it's actually a Saturday night. Now, instead of being at the bars and going, yeehaw, what am I doing? Saturday night, and it's like about 9 o'clock now, and I'm working. I've been to 4 auctions this week, and I'm going to this really cool market tomorrow. And if I can remember, I'll bring along this garbage camera of mine and see if I can get a bit of a video of the place, because it's really cool. Okay, now let me get on to this. I'll get a few pictures of this soon. Plan is to send this via sea mail, which will end up being about $60, because it's got quite a bit of weight in it, and I think with cell economy air you probably end up nearly double that sort of thing, so it's not really worth it. Now, that's the Japanesey style anyways, how they do that up, and that locks in, it's all good. So I'll show you some, let me show you some other things at the, I'll list that at a cheap price on I'll show you what we've got in there in a few minutes, on an auction style. Some really great stuff in there. I'll start off real cheap, I'll show you in a second. What I've done is I'll probably end up with about 4 different tool listings, I guess. Uncertain at this very time. I've got loads of just old school, like really old school stuff. Some of it, like, it's rusty, called subby, but I think that someone out there really loved to put some of these back together. Some nice saws, and got some real beautiful old school Kana planes, and quite an abundance of some real beautiful Nomi, the Chisels, and they just keep growing in number, and I am well aware. Look at all these cool hammers. Well aware that they are worth a lot. Now, I can sell them here in Japan and make some good money, probably even better money than I would on eBay. But as I say, disseminating the beauty of Japanese culture around the world. That's what I do, that's what I believe in, that's my philosophical reasoning. Okay, so there's some real nice beauties in here too. Okay, so what I plan to do is not kick that heater for it to eventually turn that off. Turn it back on. That's it. Now, what I plan to do, there's a chap in Australia. Now, in Aussie land, because they're not exactly the strongest people anymore, the post office only handles a maximum of 20 kilos, whereas most other places will handle 30 kilos. So what I'm thinking is do something with this. He is interested in a lot of planes, some colours. Now this is old school, as you can see, and I'm thinking, alright, this one here, I'll try to keep this under 20 kilos, so that chap will have an opportunity to I might just toss in some cool stuff like this too. That's ratchet style, yeah. Don't know what that is. Okay, now, and what else? Well, the other thing I've done here is I cut up this bit here. And this old school. This is an old school Japanese toolbox, and generally there'll be another piece right here, and doing the same thing as that one does over there. But what I've done is I've just cut this piece out here. I'll screw that in to secure it all for sea freight, and I figure maybe someone out there might want to just whack some hinges or something on there and have yourself a groovy little what have you, something like that. And that one there will be over 20 kilos, so I'll chuck in a lot of cunner and stuff like that and all kinds of bits and pieces. So there might be 3 listings, there might be a bit more currently, I don't know. Now, without any further ado, let us have a glance at what's going on here. There's a few extra bits and pieces, like there a couple of singular saw blade thingy there. That's a branding iron. There's another nice little, looks like the teeth are good on that too. Nice little pull saw right there. Old school. That's an old school cunner. Okay, blade looks alright. What we got here? This is new. You'll see there's there's some rust right there. So it's what do you call it? New old, brand new, never used, and it's you know, back in the day that would have been an expensive piece. In fact, bear with me. Okay, this one brand new. That's like, well, I don't know, what was that, about 41 mil or something like that. About 41.5 mil, I think it worked out to be. Let's see now. I generally go like 40 to 42. I threw the vernier caliper on it and came up at 41.5. So interesting. Maybe they classify that as a 42. I don't know. You guys know more than I do. But as you can see, brand new, beautiful, rusty. All right. Now here it says 50 yen, alright, so that's 5,050 yen, which equates to about 50 bucks, 50 US dollars. Well, back in the day, this was 5,000, just over 5,000 yen. So if one was to figure upon that, what that was worth in those days to now, that's a $50 piece. Just that. I'm gonna start the listing at 100 bucks. That should induce quite a number of chaps. Induce, whatever the word. Anyways, it's late. It's a Saturday night, and I'm working. Now that one there, brand new, same deal. New old. This one here, check that out. Same deal. That one right there. 3120, 3,120 yen, which equates to about 30 US dollars. Same deal, brand new, perfect condition, a little bit rust, or surface rust there, so just surface rust. It is. Okay, we've got an old school file right there. There we go, that's in good nick too. There's another chisel. That looks like it's brand new, same deal. There's another one. Another one. Another one. Old school. There's another old school piece. That's very old school. Old school chisel there. There's another new one. There we go. 2,300 yen. That's It's about $23. It might convert these days to like $21. But back in the day, if one was to consider, you know, when they bought this back in those days, there you go. So just in 3 pieces here, there's $100. Nice piece there. Chisel, 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 chisel. Okay, and we've got a few bits and pieces. Now, I didn't want to throw this stuff away. These actually are the Chisel old school cardboard type chisel protectors, chisel blade protectors there. Couple of drivers. That's actually a real cool old school. It's a flat-headed driver there. Real thin sort of deal. It's nice. Stick that with the old school stuff. Some pointy noses. Some pointy thingy for doing thingies. Saying that. Punch. Nice file. Another pull saw with nice teeth. Couple axle blades. What do you call that? A pipe wrench. It's Japanese. Yeah, it's Japanese, made in Japan. That Toho Koki. So I figure it's, you know, that's actually the paper, one of the plastic pieces for covering. It's got sort of oil stainy things, from brand new from one of those chisels. And a couple of squares with that's inches and inches, or is that, what the hell is that? Is that shaku? It's in Japanese written on there. Don't know. Might be shaku. You know, like the Japanese old school. It's one of the rings maybe off one of these chisels, possibly. Don't know. Now, all of that. I'm going to begin this at $100. Obviously, it's worth a whole lot more than that. So that's all that. And that's just the first listing, and I reckon I'll take a few pictures of this, and that'll be me done for the night. I got up like 5 o'clock in the morning or something to go to some auction house in the mountains today, which was fantastic fun, and my friend runs the show, and yet I'm tired. So that's that. There you are. Stay tuned for I've got the market to go to tomorrow, but stay tuned. I'll this week at least, over the next couple of days, I'll have these other tools up and running, and keep an eye on me, because I've got some really cool other stuff that's coming along. Plenty of stuff that's coming along.